whisper soft as the night breathes in, a gentle touch where dreams begin. The stars they wink, they're in on the scheme, dancing in shadows beneath moonbeam.
Oh my gosh, the moon is so beautiful. I love when I open the shades and the moon is looking in at me. It's pretty incredible. I mean, I'm gonna have to check the calendar, but this looks like a full moon. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. This is just kind of a sight to behold. I mean, the moon is all full. And, even for myself right now, I'm seeing a double moon. It's fascinating. What a day. Well, I think I should get things started. And let's see what's on the agenda today. Walking around, doing my favorite thing. I like to do is open all the curtains. And let's chat with you about what's on the horizon. First things first, I'm very excited about the game that I am. I call it a game because I know where it's headed. But at this point, I'm going to say it's still more like an experience. Because when I think of a game, I think of an experience where there's goals, you have a mission, there's some type of points or score that's being kept, or maybe you're tracking against a timer. And at this point right now, it's a free play experience. There's no timer. You're not collecting anything. There's no mission. Now, part of that is satirical, right? And it was by design, because the premise of this game is you are a zombie and you are wandering around looking for some trouble to get into. And it's satirical. And I say this in the game meaning because when you're a zombie, there is no goal. You're doing what you're doing and you're going to do it forever. You're undead, you're always going to be undead. You're never going to actually get enough brains. You're constantly going to be walking around looking for something to get into. And so in that sense, the game is complete because you don't get anything. Your hunger is never sated. You never die. And there's no end. That's it. That's why I say it's a satirical experience, because it's realistic. You're just a zombie and you're walking around. You're never going to get enough. So it is complete and perfect, and that's why I'm releasing it the way that it is, because it is right now as I conceived it. I said, you know what? I'm going to make a zombie experience game where you're just a zombie and you're walking around Miami at night looking for some shit to get into. Obviously, nobody can kill you, and you're not going to be fighting people. You're just walking around looking for some trouble. See, the thing is about the movies is the movies and the TV shows, they only show you like the peak experience. You know what a peak experience is like? The moment that you win the Olympics. But it's not showing you like the 30 years before that you trained to get there. It's only showing you the peak experience and making you feel like that's all that being a zombie is all about. No! There's a lot of fucking useless ambling around that zombies do that they enjoy. And that's where my experience comes in. I call it Nightwalker, because your ass is walking around in the night. It is Miami, I mentioned, because I love Miami. You can see the palm trees. And of course, what is spookiness without a lightning storm? So I threw a lightning storm up in there. Now, this is where it gets personal. I witnessed a natural phenomenon that changed my life. It was pink lightning. Have you ever seen pink lightning? Did you know that there's such a thing as pink lightning? There is. It happens when there is, quote unquote, an excess of nitrogen in the air. And there's a lightning storm. The lightning, it's pink. And it is the most phenomenal thing I've seen in my entire life. The only thing I've seen that struck me, that made such a deep impression on me was when I went to Bermuda. Is it Bermuda? And saw the pink sand. I want to say Bermuda. I'm gonna have to look at my notes and see where I was. Where they have pink sand. The sand is pink. It's obviously pink. I just was like so shocked. So anyway, pink lightning is real, and it is so beautiful and so enchanting. So I put some pink lightning in my game experience. Now, all of these things I'm sharing with you, they're interactive, and right now I have them triggered. Hello, outside. Hello, tree. Oh, except this, I love this time of year. I've got these beautiful trees, and they make these little yellow puffballs, and the whole outside, these little puffballs, they're scented, and the whole outside smells like a very soft incense. It's so exotic and beautiful here. Anyway, we got pink lightning. It's interactive, so I'm gonna give you all the galfa now. That's alpha from a gal. So to turn the lightning on and off, you want to press the number key 4. Now I have to tell you, there is some news. It's not my favorite news. It's not bad news, it's just news. This experience is really optimized right now for desktop. Genuinely, I need to create a different experience for mobile and then merge the two together, and merge the two together with something that, might possibly act like a toggle button in some type of a setting. It all depends. When I build games and game experiences, especially a 3D experience like this, did I not mention this is a 3D experience that you're walking around in? So that's another reason why, this is on desktop. It can work on mobile, but like I say, I have to dial in the mobile experience because my vision for the mobile experience is to use the accelerometer and like these different things inside your phone. There's some other things too that I'm working on for the mobile experience that I better not share just now. And they're taking a little bit more time. And so even though it technically works on mobile, the experience is so limited due to the nature of hitting the keys in an interactive way. I'm going to tell you the workaround. But I want you to understand that right now, this experience is for desktop or laptop, unless you have a wireless keyboard. If you have a wireless keyboard and you can connect your wireless keyboard to your phone, because I do this, a little wireless keyboard, and I connect it to my phone and I use it to type on, then you can do this experience using your wireless keyboard. See, the most important thing is, in order for this experience to work right now, I have all the interactivity programmed through pressing the keys. And when you're on mobile, even if you're on iPad, the keys hide the canvas of the screen. And it's just not going to work because you need the keys and the screen to be visible at the same time. And it just does not work on mobile because of the nature of the keyboard and how it's revealed and stuff like that. So you should use a wireless keyboard if you don't have a computer, but you want to experience this. Then get you a wireless keyboard. I bought my wireless keyboard for $10 online. It looks very similar to the Apple wireless keyboard, but it's not. It was only $10. I thought that was a better use of my funds because then I used the rest of the money that I would have spent on keyboard buying plugins. It was great. So this is what's up. Wireless keyboard, or you're using your laptop, you're using your desktop. So when the game loads, you're going to see the splash screen. You're going to see a little info. And if you want to toggle the lightning on and off, you're going to press the number 4. Okay? Press 4 to turn the lightning on and off, and you will press the letter R if you'd like to make it rain. Oh, yes! So here's a little funny story. So, of course, when I first built this, I said, no, I want you to press the $sign to make it rain. Obviously, you gotta press the $sign to make it rain. But Yeah, that couldn't work because in order to press the $sign, you also had to press shift. And that brings us back into the issues of mobile keyboards. Rain is so nice. So, R for the rain, and you'll notice that there's some rolling thunder. Now, I made the thunder sounds myself. There's far away distant rolling thunder, and there's distant rolling thunder that happens when the lightning is on. When the lightning stops, the thunder also stops. The rain, you can make it rain with or without lightning and thunder. It's up to you. What other things might you like? To move around and navigate. So I like to move around and navigate. You can use the arrow keys, okay? And if you want to turn, say you can press the forward and left or forward and right keys at the same time and navigate. You could also use the mouse if you want to drag and look around. You can look up at the sky, look up at the moon, look up at the stars. You could do a 360-degree turn. You can also, at any time, hit the letter T to toggle the main menu on and off. The letter C will reveal to you the controls that I just mentioned, navigating around the canvas. What else can I tell you? There's probably more, but maybe I'll come back and tell you on a separate transmission. For now, these are all the things that I can think of in the moment that's happening. And I'm really excited for you to experience it. It's really, I love it. I built it, and to be honest with you, ever since I built it, even in all its iterations, I don't think I've really turned it off. I just leave it on. I love the sound of the rain. Oh, there's something else I should tell you about the rain. So in this environment, you're in Miami, it's nighttime, and you're in like a shoreline neighborhood. So you've got the water on the shoreline, you've got grass, and you've got sand, and you've got houses. I'm telling you all this to give you an idea of the textures and surfaces. So as you're listening to the rain, as you move through the scene, the rain is going to sound different. When you are in the hood, meaning you're between the condominiums and the houses, these mansions, you can hear the sound of the raindrops on the hard surfaces. You can hear the sound of the raindrops on the cement, on the walls and stuff. When you move toward the shoreline and away, you'll start to hear the sound of the raindrop sounds different. Why? Because the raindrop is contacting different textures. Now you hear the rain is contacting mostly sand. Raindrops on sand is a totally different sound than raindrops on concrete. When you move toward the water, you're hearing raindrops on water, raindrops on drops, water on water, and then the rain sounds different. So even the sound of rain is not constant. It depends on where you are in the environment, how the raindrops sound, and I will continue to dial this in over time. It's just something that I love, it's the sound of rain. And so this is an ambient opportunity to immerse yourself in a dark and stormy night anytime you wish. And I have some Easter eggs that I won't share just at this time, but this is the game, and I will continue developing it. It will be released on Transient Labs. It's called Nightwalker. So I hope that you'll give it a whirl. And at this time, it doesn't cost anything to experience the game. If you'd like to use the preview link, you can preview it and you can hear the rain and look around and see everything. Something you should know is that when I do release this as something you can own, you gotta think of it more don't think of it as a game only. Don't think of it only as a 3D experience. It's really more like a 3D ambient experience. Did you know on YouTube that some of the most popular channels are ambient channels? Channels that give you the feeling like you're in space or you're in a nice mansion with a fireplace. Ambiance channels are very popular all around the world. because they help us set the tone. So if you think about it, this is like a 24-hour live ambient channel where you can control the environment. Unlike YouTube ambiance, which is a pre-recorded soundtrack that you don't control, this is something that you can control. And as I continue programming, it's going to get even more and more wild. Here's my latest thing that I added. If you press the letter N stands for Nightwalker mode. And if you press the letter N after tapping on your canvas, it will put you on an automated route so you can wander around the scene without doing it manually using your arrow keys. So this is just one. So I'm just to show you, like, there's all kinds of little stuff that I throw in there to make it fun. But anyway, so so this is more like an ambient experience, right? But one thing to think of is, don't think of it just as an ambient experience, because I'm building this on the 7160, which means that every consecutive build that I do, if I want, I could add to this token. So as I build new experiences for this, I can continue to add it. And when I add another token, you don't lose anything. You're getting a second experience. Who knows how far I may take this? Obviously, I have a game in mind that I'm building. And as one of the early supporters of this project, you will have whatever benefits I offer to whomever. This is the first entrance to this project. The first entrance to any project I do will always be the best. It will always be the most affordable. I will always offer you the most perks. I will always offer you the biggest rewards because you are the first to support me. I always call these like the visionary tokens. And, it's just a way for you to say, hey, I see you. So you're putting your money where your mouth is, saying, hey, I want to support what you're doing. And, maybe for this experience, maybe I'll make the share token like $20, maybe, right? I could see myself spending $20 on an arcade experience, especially, just period, to support a friend who built a game. I would definitely throw in a 20 easily. I wouldn't even have to think about that. So, and that's why I wanted to make it an easy access point, something that you wouldn't really have to think too much about. If you like games and you like me, or you don't like me, but you love games, I encourage you to buy yourself a token. A token would be like buying yourself a seat in this game. And your seat can offer you access to, so for example, the next things, I'm already creating the items for inside the game. Just to be clear, like, I'm building this solo at this time. I have all the skills, and in the past, I've attempted to develop projects with groups of people because I just like people and I have more fun working with people. But it's faster sometimes. If you're a person like myself, it can be faster working alone. I don't really need other people's opinions. I just like them because it's fun. So throughout the development experience, I will offer opportunities for people to share their input, not because I need it, but because I want it. And your input makes it more fun for me. And I enjoy my ideas best when they're seasoned with some of the best ideas that my friends and peers have had. Sometimes y'all just come up with ideas that are just so far outside of what I would have come up with, and they integrate so perfectly. And what a fool I would be not to offer anyone an opportunity to share with me some idea that you have for me, for making my game, my experience better for all of us. So I will create a portal to this kind of sharing, and it will be in the form of something that looks like a DAO, where you are a known person. Even if you're a non, you can still be a known anon. There will be some type of very brief registration that will put us in touch, and that will allow you to be contacted when there's something up on the board that you can share your input on. And the infrastructure will also be there for you to share your input with me and for me to reward you for the time that you take to take a look at what I'm up to and share your feedback. So that is something that's on the horizon. Again, this is something that I do because I love it, because I want to. It's not a necessity. And right now I'm prioritizing necessities, which is actually the build and not the community building that happens around decision making for the game, because the decision making I can do. These extra inputs is like to sweeten the sauce, if that makes sense, you know? But right now, I'm definitely opening the portals. It takes time. You know, people have got to look around and see if they want to get involved. I definitely am a person who takes my time to get involved with the community. I didn't used to be that way, but I think, you know, over time I've seen that sometimes it's okay to watch from the sidelines for a little while before jumping in, especially if you don't know quite how you want to fit yourself in. But that's one of the other things that this solves is I feel like offering the opportunity for people who'd like to participate on a deeper level. There's an opportunity there for those people, but there's not an expectation. And I think that's key. Sometimes you just want to throw in a 20 and play a little game, play a little while. And I think that's fine. It doesn't have to become a life role. It doesn't have to become a gig. It doesn't have to become a part of your job. I don't need people to check in every week. So it doesn't have to take up a lot of your time. However, if you like the vibes and you like the community check-ins and you want a place to drop in and see what's going on, it already exists. There's a hub I created for all of my builds, and you can join by visiting GATO Society. That's Gato Society on Telegram. So that's t.me/GATO SOCIETY. And that will get you to my Telegram group. And there's also a group there where you can, so there's 2 Telegram groups. One is just broadcasts. If you want to see, you know, what I'm up to, but you don't necessarily need to be like in a group chat, you can sign up for the broadcast. But if you also would like to holler back, if you'd like a place to share feedback, if you want a personal channel where you can, you know, tell me your thoughts and feelings about my builds or share things that you would like to see, this is build specific. So this is not a place for you to share your build. I have a channel for that, but it's not in Black Hat Builds. But if you want a place where you can specifically share, you know, on this topic, that would be Gato Society. It's all about the Black Hat Builds there. It's not a place to share your art drop or whatever. The place to do that is in Maximilian Art. That's the place where you're welcome to share all the things that you're working on. And, you know, I would love to see those things as well. If you're interested in something like that, just holler at me and I'll happily share you the link.